Hello and welcome to this video. We've had a few requests on how to do battle damage on a Stormcast shield. Although this could work on any shield, for the purpose of this video, we're just going to concentrate on a Stormcast model. Now there's a few tools and paints we're going to need before we get started. Firstly, we're going to need a mold line remover to do some of the scratches on the shield. After that, we're going to use a citadel drill just to drill some little holes as if like arrows and bolts have been embedded into the shield and then knocked off. Then after that, to actually add paint to the model, we're going to use Cygor brown just to run to the cracks and recesses that we've made, and then some iron hand steel just to highlight around the edges as if the steel or the metallics of that shield are actually showing through. So the first thing I'm going to do is start doing those scratches. So I'm going to get my mold line remover and I'm going to grab my model with the shield. So we've got here, now less is more with a model, but for the purpose of this video, we're just going to show you lots of different ways of doing damage. So one of the things I'll normally do is just put a little bit of pressure on the shield, like so, and then just flick up at a direction. Now it's showing some of the silver or golden, should I say, gold underneath, like so. That's fine because actually it's still added a little bit of texture. So all we're going to do is just keep moving around, adding more texture, like so. Now again, you can do different directions if you wish to, as if like attacks have been coming from different areas, like so. The other thing we can do is actually put some pressure with the mold line remover and then scratch down, and do that a couple of times. You can see you can start and get some little notches in there as well. Do the same from that way and the same from that way as well. Just keep doing that until you're happy. And again, like I said, less is more, but for the purpose of this video, we're just showing you different ways of doing that. There we are, those scratches now done. You can see some of the bare plastic showing through, but that's fine because we'll be adding some paint later on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the citadel drill to drill some pits and dents into the shield as if like arrows and bolts and hammers have been smashing onto it. So I'm going to grab my drill, I'm going to grab the model, and all I'm going to do is just, I'm not only do a couple, so we're not going to go too mad. So I'm going to just do one here, just drill a little bit clockwise. You don't want to go too far through, you just want to give the impression of a dent. So just a bit of a drill like that. Check, make sure you're happy. I'm happy enough with that. And I'm just going to do one up here as well. There we are with those dents and pits now drilled. We're going to move on to the next part, which is to add some paint into it. Now for this, we're going to use Cygor brown. It's contrast paint, but that's just going to run into those cracks and get rid of that bare plastic that we can see. So what I'm going to do is use a small layer brush, just apply a little bit to the palette, not too much, get my brush to a nice point, and then we're ready to start applying that in. So what I'm going to do is just start with those little dents or pits, like I say I've just done. Now you've got a bit of gold showing here. I'm actually going to leave some of that in places because that's just showing like some of the, after the paint's been scratched off, some of the gold still showing through, which gives it a nice kind of easy, quick effect. So like you see, I'm just rubbing that in like there. Can, if you want to, just wipe with your finger to remove some of that excess, like so. With the Cygor brown now dry, we're going to use iron and steel and just work our way around some of those chips just to give like a little bit of a lighter metallic scratching effect. So I'm just going to work around like the little pit there, like so. Now I'm using iron and steel instead of Stormhost silver because actually it's a bit darker and it's kind of old chips, so the weathering has just kind of made it a bit dull. That's one of the things you need to bear in mind when you're doing that. Take your time, work your way around those chips. And there we are, our battle damage Stormcast shield is now done. And remember, you can apply this to any shield, not just Stormcast ones as well. And just by swapping out a couple of colours, you can get some interesting effects too. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed doing your own battle damage Stormcast shields, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.